Foster once said, "Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillful execution." It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Now, we all love some variations when it comes to food, but variety aside, when the same item is presented every time to a customer, its texture, taste, and appearance must be consistent. One simple inconsistency in food quality can ruin dishes and cost a loyal customer. And that's why in the F&B and hospitality industry, consistency is king. So today, in our documentary series on all things hospitality, let's see how technology keeps chaos under control in a casual dining environment. Kenny Rogers Roasters, originally set up by popular multi-platinum country and western singer Kenny Rogers and former governor of the state of Kentucky, John Y. Brown Jr. in 1991. The two opened the doors to the first restaurant in Coral Springs, Florida, USA. Since then, Kenny Rogers Roasters has expanded to various countries around the world such as Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, India, Dubai, and Kuwait. The casual dining restaurant is known for its rotisserie roasted chicken that is complemented by its popular homemade muffins along with a variety of hot and cold side dishes.
Hi, I'm Kathy from HMEPMEDIA, and thank you for joining us. We have with us Mr. Luis Daniel, Senior Vice President of Kenny Rogers Roasters International. As shared in the video earlier, right, Kenny Rogers Roasters opened its doors in 1991 with a menu that is different from a typical American menu. Maybe you can share with us a little bit what your concept is all about.
Okay, many people know Kenny Rogers as a famous Western country singer. Yes. What they don't know is actually he loved cooking, yet better enjoy good food. So Kenny Rogers Roasters is a casual dining concept which we serve wholesome meal. Our rotisserie roasted chicken is cooked in a proprietary equipment from France. To maintain the standards, we cook the chicken for an hour under constant heat, not direct fire, so that the fat can actually drips and then the flavor can seal in, and also the moisture and also nutrients, so that that's why we say our chicken has less fat, less salt, and less calories.
Yeah, and it's actually very important now when people are very healthy.
That's right.
Yeah. But also I think Kenny Rogers is very famous for a lot of side dishes and a very I believe fragrant muffin.
Yeah. That's why this is one of our core. Besides the chicken, is our variety of side dishes, which we have hot and cold side dishes, which are prepared fresh, daily, scratched in every individual restaurant. And our signature homemade muffin, we use a proprietary equipment to cook the muffin and on a preset cooking parameter.
Luis, the local F&B scene in Malaysia is very vibrant. You have a lot of choices, a lot of variation, and Malaysians generally love food. But that also gives restaurant, the pressure to stand out or to be unique. So as an experienced, restaurateur, how do you do that for your restaurant?
One of our key role as an operation team is to coordinate people, equipment, and product to deliver high standards of quality. Service, cleanliness, and hospitality are always consistent. Yeah. So we also want to ensure 100% guest satisfaction. To conclude, having a right equipment, it helps to contribute to efficiency and align with our philosophy of having high food quality and experience in all our restaurants, Kenny Rogers restaurant worldwide.
And it's obviously that, having the right equipment makes a lot of difference. Yeah. So thank you for your time, Luis.
Well, it's great to hear that there are solutions in the market for the many menu variations. For example, customers certainly know when something has changed in this muffin, especially when it tastes different from the last time they tried it. One among the many equipment that can potentially be the right one for your restaurant is a combi oven.
We have with us today Ms. Maren Brick of Convertum, a well-built brand. Luis mentioned that having the right equipment is important for a restaurant, right? Especially in terms of consistency. How does the combi oven contribute to a kitchen's operation?
Yeah, well, I think from a customer perspective, if you walk into a Kenny Rogers Roasters store like this one here today, you walk in with that certain expectation, and you don't want to be disappointed, right? You want that same good experience that you had last time. So you will notice any change in the product. So our role in that delivery process of this consistent customer experience is a crucial one. But we also understand it as a supporting one. We want the team in the store not to worry about the muffin, not to worry about how the food actually comes out of the oven, so that they can really focus on the customer experience and that they can have all the time and mind space dedicated to that customer experience.
Okay. But when it comes to technology, there are also myths that technology changes the way food tastes, like how it does for a microwave. Is that true for a combi oven?
Yeah, the myth of the microwave has been around for so many years. It's a funny one to me because it's never been sustained by science or facts. But to me, it really is the best example that we talk about food with emotions rather than science or technology. So it is our job to make sure that people understand our technology, and that also we make sure that technology, the benefit of technology is seen, so to say, how we can deliver consistent results time and again and again and again, time over time. So that there's really the benefit of the taste rather than the worry of something happening with the food.
Okay, but when it comes to investing in technology, there's always the cost factor. It's always something that for some it's a very heavy investment, right? But for a combi oven, what is the right approach? If I'm a new business and I want to implement one into my operations, what is the right approach of doing that?
Yeah, well, in today's fast-paced world, I don't think you get many chances. So customers will not forgive you if you have an error or an operational hiccup, let's say. So it is our job to be that consistent and reliable equipment in the kitchen. But also we take it into consideration already when we develop the combi steamer. So when we develop the combi steamer, we make sure it's as reliable as possible, but then also we support it all the way in the field with great partners in every country that we have to make sure that the unit is fully supported and up and running. Because just imagine what it would do to the revenue of a store like today if a core menu item is not being able to produce, served, or if the unit is down and you cannot produce any muffins today. So it has a huge impact on the revenue, and that's why it's very important to have reliable equipment.
So that brings me to my final question, Maren. So in your opinion, what is more important to a restaurant? Is it the skills or the technology?
Well, it's a very good question. I think you really can't do without either one. So you have to have both. If you look at successful businesses over the world, I think that's the combining factor that they have good skill set and good technology. But you also have to make sure that you're fit for the future. So just to name two examples of problems that the restaurant industry is facing right now is labor shortage. So we on our side, we have to make sure that the unit is very easy to operate, to cope, and to make it easy for the operation team to use our oven and to produce consistent results such as these ones. And another one is the constraints on real estate. The pricing is going up and up and up, and it just doesn't stop in some parts of the world. So you just can't take up the space anymore that we used to take up in the kitchen. So you got to become a lot smaller and more efficient. And in 1976, our first combi steamer back then, to have a solution for a problem that was very current there. So we took wet heat and dry heat, put it together in one piece of equipment, and freeing up space in the kitchen already back then in 1976.
And I think one important point that Louise brought up was also how, with one equipment having the multifunction better than having three different equipment in the kitchen and having to maintain three different equipment as well. I think that is also a cost factor.
And just think about it, whether you as a team here in the store, you have to operate three pieces of equipment, you have to look for each one. When is it ready? When is my toast coming out? When is my muffin coming out? It's a lot of stress. So we have to make it easier for the operations team because they want to focus on the customer, right? We've become so demanding as end customers. We want a good experience every time we come in.
Well, it's good to hear that, with power shortage, and labor issues that I think all countries have, regardless, third world or whatever. I think it's also
all
the same
worlds,
problem.
There's only one.
So it's good to hear that technology is now, stepping up to the plate to offer us solutions.
Thank you, Kathy. Well, we're glad to know that establishing consistency in food quality in a restaurant business may not, after all, be as challenging as it sounds. More than that, We have definitely learned that restaurants should not settle for anything that falls below its standard. Our thanks to Mr. Louis Daniel of Kenny Rogers Roasters and Ms. Maren Brick of Convertum. And we look forward to seeing you in our next episode where we tackle another topic on all things hospitality with me, Penny from Money Penny and HMEP Media.